What inspires change? What motivates us? It's what's inside that moves us. What moves you? Get the Scion story at Scion.com.
After being tipped off by a person within the tourism industry, Vice Speaker B.J. CRUZ asked the Department of Rev and Tax if it was true that some hotels weren't paying their hotel occupancy taxes. DRT Director John Camacho and Public Auditor Doris Flores Brooks both said they believe that the hotels were up to date with their payments. The Vice Speaker then requested through the Freedom of Information Act that Rev and Tax provide him with a report listing how many hotels were delinquent and how many were paying. Rev and Tax finally responded to his request with the report showing that 10 hotels are delinquent and they owe a total of $2.1 million. But the senator thinks these numbers could be higher.
I can't really make heads or tails of the numbers that he's attached. The bottom line does say that there's outstanding $2 million in tax due. But I still think that it's imperative that we find some money to do an independent audit, because he has confirmed that there are 10 that are not paying. And if everybody is left to an honor system to report how many guests they have and paid their 11% from that, I'd like to get an audit to determine whether or not there's more tax money out there that hasn't been paid.
Rev and Tax Director John Camacho says that the fund that holds the hotel occupancy taxes is already audited annually.
I know the tourist attraction fund which includes the hotel occupancy tax, is not audited every year. That's something that the government has contracted out an independent auditor that's been doing that. So I'm not too sure what he meant when he wants all the 39s being audited.
However, Vice Speaker CRUZ says that before Camacho responded to his Freedom of Information Act request, he and the public auditor told senators during a special economic services meeting that there were no delinquent hotels.
Both he and the public auditor insisted that I had to be wrong, because they get an annual audit and there was nobody's ever reported that the hotels were delinquent. He's now proven himself wrong and confirmed my theory. So I'm not sure which of the audits I can depend on that he has been referring to.
The Vice Speaker says that Rev and Tax is basically operating on the honor system to ensure that hotels are filing their taxes properly, which is why he's calling for an independent audit of all hotels. Camacho says that every taxpayer is under penalty of perjury when they sign their tax returns, and he says that they have audited some hotels in the past.
We have records in the past that we've been auditing, certain hotels in this island. That is something that we've been doing in the past. When I got to go back and see our records, but
the Vice Speaker says he does not want to close down any hotels. He just wants to ensure that everyone is on an even playing field.
The intent is just to make sure that everybody that's supposed to pay pays. It isn't fair that I pay my taxes and some other person does not. We all should pay our taxes, and whether or not it's difficult for one or both of us to pay our taxes, we all have to pay our taxes because it provides for the improvements and the services that we need in our community. And so everybody should be paying. No one should be getting off.